There's been a lot of talk lately about kids transitioning. This idea that all these kids would turn out otherwise normal unless, they get brainwashed by like the trans cult. And I figured now is as good a time as any to share my own story because I was a trans teen. And let's talk about it. By the age of 5, I already knew that I was not a girl, and I did not understand why everybody kept insisting that I was one. I tried to talk to my family about it, but they had no idea what was happening and basically just hoped it was a weird phase that would go away. And as far as they could tell, it did go away because I eventually learned not to talk about it. By the time I was a tween and starting to go through puberty, I felt like crap. This is a kid who was self-harming, self-isolating, struggling with disordered eating, struggling to connect with my peers, extremely confused, and not wanting to be in the world anymore. The answer then did not come from a therapist or from my parents, but from the internet. As soon as I learned about the idea of being queer and about being trans, both immediately resonated with me. I started to go to the LGBT center, connect with some peers like myself. I even found a free counselor there, and I really started to come out of my shell. I'm actually quite an excitable, extroverted person. But as soon as my parents found out what was happening, they shut it down. They took away all the clothes I had picked for myself. They banned me from going to the LGBT center, seeing my own therapist. They tried to find a therapist to convert me. The one I saw
sounds like some really good parents.
Actually did confirm that I had gender identity disorder, as it was called. You might notice a lot of what they had to do was block my social transition because I didn't even have access to medical transition, but they did everything they could to make me seem like the villain for even daring to speak my gender identity. They even told my high school if any staff or admin used my preferred name and pronouns, they would sue the school. This also
Good.
meant they effectively outed me, and I started to get bullied not by my peers, but by my teachers, who would go out of their way to misgender me and to literally make fun of me.
It's not bullying to call you by the correct pronoun. That's not bullying.
There were a couple who stood by me, but not a lot. Limiting access to transition, trying to force trans kids back into the closet does nothing but break up their families, break down their spirit. And while my peers got to go off and go to university or start their careers, I worked multiple jobs saving up enough money to fund my own transition, which I did anyway as soon as I turned 18.
We should have immense pity for this person on one level, but then there's an incredible amount of disdain, I feel, for leading other young ones down this path. You see, for most men, it's autogonophilia. It's a sexual fetish that they're trying to live out in public. But for women, it's usually self-hatred. It's like they're uncomfortable in their own body. Little girls, they're uncomfortable in their own body like every single other little girl is. And they've got issues with their social groups. Yeah, it's all normal. What's abnormal, what's insane is that we now have a culture that is encouraging these little girls to destroy their bodies.